Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, guys. Welcome to our group discussion. Today, we are gathering together to deeply discuss the current hot topic for students, which is influence of social media to students. But before we start, I would like to introduce our special panel for today. Our first panel is Nur Imanina binti Mio Adenan. How are you, Imanina?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Muhammad Amin Naim binti Muhammad Yusof. Are you feeling good, Amin Naim?
Yes, I'm feeling good.
Okay, and our last panel is Nur Azatul Akmal binti Muhammad. How are you, Azatul?
Thank you for asking. I'm okay.
Okay, good. Okay, I would like to start our discussion. Nur Imanina, what do you think about social media?
In my opinion, social media is one of a platform that we use every day. According to a Pew Research study, social media can have positive influence on people's overall social life in the real world. I said it because first, in social media, it can make students better in communication. This is because internet connected around the world. Not just that, when students good in communication, automatically their vocabulary will increase also. This can make them more easier to communicate with foreigner. Next, social media is one of the source of knowledge and for learning. We can learn a new skills because we have to explore new things. For example, during the spread of COVID-19 era, media social become more popular among us. Everybody enhance their learning and knowledge skill effectively through social media. It's especially focused on students. It is because they have to experience school from home. They are involved in e-learning all the time. They will using Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams to get effective study time. Thank you.
That was a good point, Nur Imanina. Okay, next. What is your opinion about social media, Amin Naim?
Yes, in my opinion, I think the influence of social media on the student is cyberbullying. According by Michael Greenwood, cyberbullying is bullying with the use of electronic device and is prone to causing mental health issues such as depression and anxiety for both the victim. Cyberbully is the most influence of social media because they no need to show up themselves. So the student will influence with make a fake account for criticism another people on social media, and maybe they didn't think what the effect for people who are criticized. Last, last but not least, I think the influence of social media on the student is vandalism. I say this because students will imitate behavior those who vandalism. Students will try to do what they see on social media, like scratch the wall, destroy the phone both, and other. So this is evidence that the influence of social media on the student will have an adverse effect. Thank you.
Good explanation, Amin Naim. Next, what about you, Azatul Akmal?
Thank you for asking. In my opinion, social media has both positive and negative effects on students. Like what Iman said just now, for the positive effects that we can gain is students will better in communication, such as they can communicate with everyone, for example, with foreigners. And then for the negative effects, like what Amin said, students will involve in vandalism, and they will try to do what they see on social media, so that social media has give us both effects, that is positive and negative effects.
Thank you, Azatul Akuma. Now we will continue with the second round of discussion. I'm sure you have so many points that you want to share. So, Nur Imanina, what is your opinion about media social again?
My ideal opinion of social media is social media can improve student grade. This thing can happen because student can explore many new information from the Google or other platform for study. Besides that, students also have to manage their time properly while using social media so that they will not get addicted to social media. Um, other than that, in social media, we can make a new friends because media social is connected around the world. This can make our circle bigger and we can add our knowledge about other culture. Thank you.
Wow, that was such a thoughtful opinion, Imanina. Next, what about you, Aminaim?
In my opinion, in my another opinion, I think I have a bad influence of social media on the student is a FOMO. According by Ben Stegner, is influence of social media can FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out, like a form of anxiety that you get when you scare of missing out on a positive experience that someone else is having. For example, you might constantly check your message to see if anyone has invited you out. It's bad for students because they will be lost their focus on learning and always use the phone and will overthinking about something who people do. So it can make student FOMO and maybe that student can anxiety. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aminaim. Next, how about you, Azatul Akuma?
Such a good opinion from Iman and Amin. In my opinion, social media gives another bad effects and good effects, such as social media. From social media, we can make a new friends. From there, we can experience others' countries' culture. Um, if we contact with people from this country, and then they will story about their country to us, so that we can know their culture. And then after that, um, students can improve their their grades, because social media helps a lot in settling assignment, because we have such a lot of website, so that we can browse it and just collect what we need. And then lastly, social media give us a bad effect, because sometimes students will feel anxiety, because they scared of doing something that will make them look bad, like that. And then thus it is important for students to use social media in responsible and balanced manner to avoid the negative effects and take advantage of the positive ones. Parents and educators should also play an active role in educating students about the responsible use of social media. Parents should advise their children to spend time on e-learning, new skills, and modern technologies rather than wasting time on social media, such as Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Azato Akuma. Wow, I think you guys were so amazing because you already give us so many points about influence of social media. So I think that's all for our discussion. Thank you very much.